All right, yes, sir.
Judge, here before you is Zymel Slater on 3 counts of attempted murder, warrant numbers 2025 A1610200147 148 149 in possession of a weapon during a violent crime, and that's 150. Judge, he is here by way of a bond hearing, represented by Mr. Ray Chandler. At the appropriate time, I'd like to go to procedural history and relevant facts.
Why don't you do that, and then Mr. Chandler, I appreciate your patience. I'll hear from you in a moment.
Judge, the incident date, arrest date, and warrant date is all 8/31/2025. He was denied bond by Judge Curtis on August 31st, 2025.
That's magic.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So is this the initial circuit court bond hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, got it. Go ahead.
And Judge, I'll go ahead with the facts. On 8/31/2025, Deputy Hayden, along with multiple other units, responded to 2448 Galloway Town Road, located within the Hartsville area of Darlington County, in reference to an individual being shot. While en route to the location, dispatch advised that they were setting up at the above location. Judge, they arrived on scene, and I've talked with the victims in this case, kind of get a whole picture of everything. It was a post-funeral procession. They were out there after their grandfather's funeral, and there was a fight that ensued. And the fight ensued, and Mr. Slater ended up pulling out a firearm and shooting. He couldn't be here today because he was shot in the femur and he can't get around real good. We have no contact with him. And Judge, we have witness statements saying that Mr. Slater was angry. I've talked with the victims in this case, and he wasn't a part of the family. Apparently, whoever he came with was a part of the family, and that was a portion of the fight that was involved with whoever he came with that day. And Judge, he does have...
Yeah, and what's any prior criminal history?
Some criminal record. I see two things on his incident, his NCIC. Judge, I do not see a disposition. They're both marijuana and possession of a controlled substance, 1 through 3. And that's all he has on his criminal record.
Say that again. What are the two?
He has a misdemeanor marijuana, simple possession has not been disposed of, and possession of a controlled substance, 1 through 3. Schedule 1 through 3.
Okay. State out the position as the bond?
Yes, Judge. Given the facts and circumstances, the state needs more time. That Ms. Talia could not be here today, and she is fully cooperative. She had to work this morning, and I will be talking to her in further detail. I think as of now, Judge, I get medical records and other information from the victims that bond be denied. Definitely danger to the community, coming out and shooting into basically a crowd of people. The gun violence is just outrageous, Judge. And for that purpose, I believe he's a danger to the community, the bond should be denied.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for your patience.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
It's been a while. My client's 25 years old. He's got a job, actually 2 jobs. He was working at the Pizza Hut, and then he was working with his uncle doing construction. Pays his child support. My investigator, Sheriff O'Neill, and I have gone through this case, and I've shared with the prosecutor some of his findings. So this happens in Lydia, and it is a post, as you heard, it's a post-funeral party passing. People were drinking all through it. There had been another funeral with a related person a week or 2 earlier, and there was bad blood in there, some family-related situation. My client's baby's mama, his mama, and my client's sister had gotten there earlier. Solicitors right, alcohol was driving this. According to two witnesses we have, and I've shown the solicitor those statements, a fight started and there was the words back and forth. And this was a fight among some women, and there's a pushing and shoving, and it advanced to the point where my client, who was getting out of his vehicle's baby's mama, was thrown down, and there was groups on 3 or 4 women on top of her. According to this witness, who's not related to any of these, my client then goes over and starts pulling people apart in this no gun at that stage, at which point this witness's nephew, and he names him in the statement, jumps my client and throws him to the ground, at which point 2 other men join and someone hits him with a metal object. Then gunfire starts, and according to the hospital, they say in that gunfire, my client was shot in the hand. Good chance my client shot himself in the hand, according to the medical record. The big deal here is important, John, to show that my client's not a threat to the community, is according to this witness, there were several gunshots from different directions, at which point he and his son and another person riding with him, they dispersed with the sound of bullets coming toward them was exactly the opposite direction this fight was in. So there were multiple people injured. We are presumed innocent at this stage. I think this is one for further investigation, and we will offer these witnesses to law enforcement. In the interim, I would ask this court to grant him a reasonable bond, restrictions as of course as to victims, and monitoring. We believe that he is not, you're not going to see this man doing anything else until we get this case resolved. We would appreciate that. We're not asking him to be lenient on him, we're just asking for his freedom while we further investigate this.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chandler. Solicitor, the status of the investigation, has a weapon been found and have casings been found or any bullets or projectiles been matched to a weapon that allegedly was used by this defendant? Or is that kind of where the investigation is going?
There's been no matching, Your Honor, but they did find 9mm casings at the scene, all of Luger 9mm casings.
And at the preliminary hearing, excuse me,
Yes, go ahead.
at the preliminary hearing that had it already, I was thrilled, they had not matched up, and of course my client went to the hospital, it's the same as everybody else in the matter. But I just believe there's more to investigate about this, and as I said, we have more than 2 witnesses, but those are the ones who came forward, drove over to Manning to my office and said, we need to tell you, this is how this thing started.
All right. As y'all know, the 2 factors that the court has to consider for bond hearings, flight risk and danger to the community. The state's not alleging he's a flight risk, correct?
No, Your Honor.
No finding as to flight risk. The issue of danger to the community is a sticky one here, because while he does not have a significant prior record, there is some record, and having a gun and allegedly shooting into a crowd after a funeral, I don't know. Even if he's defending himself, I don't know. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to err on the side of caution. I'm going to respectfully deny bond at this time. Based upon, however, Mr. Chandler, what you're telling me about the status of the investigation, rather than make him wait another 6 months before we can revisit the issue of bond. We're going to review this within the next 90 days. Go ahead and set it for the January term of court. I don't know if I'll be here again, who the presiding judge is going to be. I'm anticipating he'll be granted bond at that time with some restrictions. And that way the state, SLED, or whoever's investigating this will hopefully have some more information, and Mr. Chandler, perhaps your investigator, can share what they have. And, but that way he can, get back sooner rather than later. We just don't lock up people and throw away the key. He's presumed innocent to prove guilty until we have a trial, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.